The Amazon rainforest is a world of its own, Earth's largest jungle, teeming with life and raw power. At its heart flows the mighty Amazon River, a lifeline for countless species and people. The river snakes through dense jungle for thousands of miles, its murky waters hiding secrets and dangers. For the indigenous tribes, the Amazon is home, ancestor, and provider. They've lived in harmony with this environment for generations, reading the signs in water and sky, knowing which plants heal or harm. Survival here is a daily challenge. Biting insects, venomous snakes, jaguars, and caimans are constant threats. Yet, the people are tougher, adapting in remarkable ways. Their connection to the land and river is deep and spiritual, built on respect and understanding. The river is their highway, supermarket, and spiritual guide. Its seasonal floods enrich the soil, making small-scale farming possible. Every bend and creek has a name, every deep pool, a story. The Amazon is a living, breathing entity, giving life, but demanding respect. Here, you must always be alert. The first rule of survival: respect the river. Life and death are never far apart in this world. The people's knowledge is their greatest tool. They don't conquer nature, they live as part of it. In the Amazon, survival is a way of life. In many Amazonian tribes, women are the true masters of the river. From a young age, they learn to navigate, fish, and read the water's moods. Their skills are vital, feeding families, sustaining the community. They move silently in dugout canoes, knowing every current and hiding place. Fishing isn't a hobby, it's survival. Their relationship with the river is personal and respectful. They take only what they need. Wisdom is passed from elder to youth, weaving nets, carving spears, honoring river spirits. The women are the backbone of the community, providing daily protein while men hunt in the forest. Fishing is communal. Stories are shared, bonds are strengthened. Their teamwork is seamless. One steers, another casts, a third watches for movement. They balance in canoes, throw spears with precision, and spot fish from afar. It's more than skill, it's intuition, a deep connection to the environment. They sense changes in current, smell rain before it falls. These women are true experts, masters of survival. Their strength and resilience inspire everyone around them. The river is both their challenge and their ally. Their knowledge is their legacy. In the Amazon, the women are the river's guardians. Their story is one of quiet power. Something was different in the village, the air heavy with anticipation. The river's patterns had changed, fish were scarce. Concern grew as baskets returned lighter each day. Elders listened to the whispers. This was the sign of a river giant. Not a myth, but a real, massive fish from the deep. An arapaima, perhaps. Excitement and fear mingled. A catch like that could feed everyone for weeks. The younger women remembered stories of legendary battles with river monsters. The scarcity of small fish was a clear sign. A predator had moved in. The river was testing them. The community buzzed with nervous energy. Hunting such a creature was dangerous, but the reward was great. The lead fisherwoman Yara gathered her team. Determination shone in their eyes. The time for stories was over. The river had issued a challenge. They would answer it. The hunt would begin at dawn. The women prepared for the unknown. The legend was about to become real. Preparation was everything. The women gathered under a kapok tree, Yara leading with calm authority. Spears were crafted from chanta palm, fire-hardened and barbed for strength. Each was checked for flaws. Failure was not an option. Heavy-duty nets, woven from palm fibers, were tested for strength. The plan used nets to guide the beast into shallow water for the spears. 3 sturdy canoes were chosen, hulls checked and patched. Ropes of braided liana vines were coiled, ready to secure the catch. As the sun set, the team was ready. Focused, determined, united. This was more than a hunt. It was a ritual, a test of skill and tradition. Every tool, every movement mattered. The women were warriors, not just hunters. The jungle watched in silence. Tomorrow, they would face the river's greatest challenge. At dawn, the women launched their canoes into the misty river. Silence hung over the water, broken only by paddles and distant howler monkeys. Yara led, eyes scanning for signs of the giant. They paddled upstream to a deep, quiet pool, a likely lair. The jungle seemed to hold its breath as they entered the monster's territory. Yara signaled a halt. The canoes drifted, women listening for any sign. They felt vibrations through the wood, waiting for the creature to reveal itself. Time stretched. The sun burned away the mist. Suddenly, a swirl and bubbles broke the surface ahead. A massive scaled back appeared, then vanished. The women gasped, but held their ground. Fear was set aside. Focus was everything. Yara gave silent signals. The plan was in motion. The hunt had begun. Every sense was on high alert. The river was alive with tension. The women moved as one, ready for whatever came next. The monster was real, and it was huge. This was the moment they'd prepared for. The battle for survival had begun. The plan was simple but risky. 2 canoes spread nets in a V, herding the beast toward shallow water. Yara's canoe stayed behind, ready to strike. The women paddled in perfect sync, closing the trap. Suddenly, the river exploded. A massive tail thrashed, waves rocked the canoes. The women held firm, shouting and slapping paddles to confuse the creature. The giant fish tried to escape, but the nets held. It was a brutal, exhausting struggle. Muscles burned, sweat poured, but they didn't give up. Yara saw her chance as the beast surfaced. She stood, hurled her spear. It struck deep behind the gills. The monster thrashed, pulling her canoe with it. Teammates closed in, throwing more spears. Ropes went taut. 3 canoes, 3 ropes, 1 furious river giant. The struggle was fierce, but the women's resolve was stronger. Inch by inch, they gained ground. The tide was turning. It was now a test of endurance. The river's greatest battle was underway. The battle raged on, canoes pulled back and forth by the ancient Arapaima. The women let the ropes play out, tiring the giant fish. They worked as one, patient and determined. Slowly, the monster's strength faded. Inch by inch, they pulled it toward a sandy bank. With a final effort, they beached the colossal fish. Its massive red-edged scales glistened in the sun. The women stood in awe, exhausted, triumphant. They had faced the river monster and won. Joyful cries echoed through the jungle. They honored the creature, touching its armor-like scales with respect. This was a victory for the whole village, a story for generations. The fish was too heavy to lift. They secured it with ropes to tow home. The journey back was slow, but triumphant. As they neared the village, cheers erupted from the riverbank. Children ran ahead, spreading the news. The hunt was over. The celebration was about to begin. The river had provided. The legend was now reality. The village gathered to welcome the hunters and their prize. It took many hands to haul the giant fish ashore. Its size was breathtaking, longer than 2 men, scales shimmering in the sun. The catch was treated with reverence, a gift from the river. The women were honored, given the first choice of meat. Under Yara's guidance, the fish was expertly butchered, nothing wasted. Fillets were smoked or grilled, scales and bones saved for tools and jewelry. As night fell, a bonfire blazed, the air filled with music and the scent of grilled fish. The story of the hunt was retold, children listening wide-eyed. The feast was a celebration of life, community, and respect for nature. Songs and dances honored the river and the spirit of the fish. The catch had united the village. The legend would live on. Know you've been a good friend. The river monster's story became a new legend for the village. It taught the young about courage, teamwork, and listening to the river. The women's strength came from knowledge passed down for centuries. Their respect for nature was deepened by the hunt. They knew they were part of the jungle, not its masters. Humility and harmony are keys to survival here. Taking a life is serious, nothing is wasted, everything honored. These traditions are a blueprint for sustainable living. The Amazon spirit lives in its people, their resilience, wisdom, and connection to nature. The story is a testament to that spirit. The greatest tools for survival are knowledge, teamwork, and respect. That lesson is for all of us. In the Amazon, and everywhere, it's the key to survival.